Hey, good afternoon, my friends. It's Patrick Allman from Stop Doing Nothing. I apologize. Actually, no, I don't really apologize, just to let you know that I did take a week off last week. And so if you watched the show from last week or listened to the podcast, it was actually recorded the week before. Last week I took off because the family and I and some friends went out on a cruise. Left out of Galveston, visited Jamaica, which was an absolutely beautiful country and has some great rum. Visited the Cayman Islands, which I don't think we got off the boat on that one, just hung around the boat all day. And then from there went to, goodness gracious, I think it was Montego Bay is where it was in Mexico, if that sounds right. If not, correct me if I'm wrong. But it was a 7-day trip, I think 3 at sea days, 3 island days, and an extra day in there someplace. And so I tried to relax and unwind as much as possible, think about the book, think about my friends, think about the future of Stop Doing Nothing and what I want to do for you. So there are a lot of images from that trip that you'll be seeing online and some video also. So that was a complete down week for me, but we are back in the office today and hard at it. A couple reminders from the previous show. Don't forget that we have Stop Doing Nothing t-shirts now, which are flying off the shelves like hotcakes. It's amazing that I've already gone through 2 batches and we are already back ordered on those. So if you want one of those, hit me up, text me at 405-251-2022, and I will show you how to order one of those. And we need to get some more variety in sizes also. But those all of a sudden got really popular faster than I expected. So I'm really excited about that. This week we are going to be talking about fear. And specifically fear as part of the success process and as part of the personal development process. What I was going to do is kind of walk you through my personal experience with this when I started in business for myself 17 years ago. Exactly what is fear, maybe some of the different ways that different paths you can take as a result of fear, and possibly give you some solutions. But my entire goal for this entire video, entire podcast, is to let you know, the description of fear, how it works, and for you to be able to experience it, absorb it, and deal with it, and for it to not paralyze you, because that's what happens to most people. Is fear and uncertainty and doubt, the FUD of the world, paralyzes people and they never make any decisions. My personal experience with fear and starting my own business happened about 17 years ago and change, maybe going on 18 years now, considering we're coming up, I think, up on the 18th year anniversary. When I first started going into business for myself, and I was actually on a trip interviewing with my first company that I was very excited before. I can remember laying in a hotel bed in Southern California and actually experiencing the paranoia and the shakes and the sweaty palms and all that about what I was doing. All the way up until that, like a month or 2 before that, I was very excited at the concept. And even after that particular episode, I was still very excited about it, a little bit nervous, a little bit unnerving, but I was very excited about it. But there was a period of time there for about a half hour where I just laid in bed in a hotel room, and in my particular terms, I freaked out a little bit, wondering about what the heck I was doing. I had a very comfortable job at IBM. Had been there for between IBM and Hertz, I had been there for 3 + 5, so 8 years. I was in a very good position. I was moving up. My family was very comfortable. Everything was predictable. And that was all going to change. And that's what usually I find out happens to most people that I talk to when they ask me about fear, or should I do this or should I do that. It's that unknown thing that really kind of freaks people out. When you go from something, and let's just say, let's just use a job for example. Let's say you're going to start off a business, and you have been working for someone for a while. Your life gets into predictable habits, and you know what's going to happen, and all that goes out the door when you start a business on your own. Your hours aren't regulated, your income isn't regulated on the down and on the up. And the tasks that you do and the people that you're going to be talking to, all that stuff can be completely random and unpredictable. And you don't know if you're going to succeed, and you get your first client, but you don't know if you're going to get that second client or that third client, and you don't know if people are going to like you when you walk in the door, and you don't know if your prices are right, and you don't know if your products are good, and what if you fail? What if you go out on your own, to start your own business, and you crash and burn. All of a sudden you end up bankrupt and destitute and living in your car, and you're eating government cheese sandwiches on moldy bread with bad eggs. I mean, all these are within the realm of the possibility when you start off on your own, and being an entrepreneur, or even any other kind of things up there. People, I notice that sometimes people are fearful when they want to go to the gym. You know, are they going to be looked at funny? Are they going to hurt themselves? You know, it's very comfortable to say, you know, if you're talking about physical exercise or physical exertion or things like that, it's very comfortable going your patterns of getting up and going to work and sitting all day and coming home at night and sitting all night in front of the TV. That's very comfortable. It's not painful. It's not sweaty. It's not dirty. It's not yucky. And you can hide, and you don't have to worry about anyone seeing you in tight workout clothes and your muscles that swing all over the place, and maybe you get a little bit more jiggle than the other person. That can be very uncomfortable, and that kind of thing, that self-judgment and the external judgment is something that all of us experience on the working out side. Those are my two best examples. Now, when it comes to different phases of fear, there's the initial phase where your mind fills with all these unknowns, and oftentimes that can cause a panic attack in some people. It's just there are unknowns after unknowns after unknowns, and at that point, you really have two options when it comes to fear. You can say, well, oh hell, those are going to be my options. I'm going to make that leap anyways. It really comes down to which wins: your desire to accomplish a major goal, or the self-doubt in your head. Those are the two voices talking in your head when you have to make any major decision in life. There's the I really want to do this, or here's all the reasons I can't do it and all the reasons I'm going to fail and all the reasons against me. And these two voices are constantly battling up against each other. And you know, one of them is going to win. Or I tell you the truth, they can sit there and battle for years, and all of a sudden 10 years later you're back where you started in the first place. So that's after the first phase where all the voices come in that say, you know, you can't do it. Then the self-confidence part, which is the major reason for most successful people, the self-confidence and determination, that fist can win over this fist. And so you've got these two fists constantly battling, and for you watching this video right now, if you're gonna do something where you're gonna experience a lot of fear, you have to realize, you know, which fist is gonna win. I know there's some cliches out there about, you know, the good wolf and the bad wolf, and which wolf you feed is the one that's gonna win. And, you know, to a point, those cliches are true. You've got two wolves, and you're feeding both of them, and one of them is going to win. So which one do you let win? I'm going to tell you, for me, what really probably got me past that paranoia and that fear was number one, feeding the good wolf, if you will, as much as possible. But also, I think the excitement of the unknown, the excitement of adventure. I thrive on that. I really enjoy that. I enjoy making videos for you. I enjoy the unknown. I enjoy, you know, maybe working long hours if it's something I really love to do. That excitement of that unknown and the change, that's what kind of got me through it. And yeah, the fear was always there. I mean, anyone who tells you that they go out on an adventure on their own, or they start a new workout program, or they get into a new relationship and they're not afraid, I mean, they're full of crap. Fear is always there. It's part of the process. Fear, anxiety, and doubt are part of the process of success. As a matter of fact, if someone said they didn't have fear about something, I think they were kind of full of it. I really wouldn't trust them. So my advice to you as a result of this is try to figure out which one, before you jump into any venture, figure out how can you make it so exciting and so interesting and so and see the possibility of the future of whatever it is you want to do, whether it's, you know, public speaking or taking a trip down a river, or traveling around the world, or going to the gym for the first time, or starting a business, or making a video like this. Can you make that so exciting? Can you make that so interesting? Can you make that the change so appealing that it overrides the fearful side? And I tell you the truth, one of the ways I really do this is I read and pay attention to a lot of inspirational material. All those inspirational quotes you see on Instagram and Pinterest and Twitter and things like that. Yeah, I eat that stuff up. They're all cliches. They are all cliches, and you know what? They work. I even have one right here on my desk. I just realized a while back, this company called Successories made really good motivational posters. And this one right here says, "Focus. Obstacles are those frightful things that you see when you take your eyes off of your goals. And there's a pretty picture there of a golf course. And yeah, I've got one of these. I think I've got one or two in by the bathroom sink. I don't have any posters on the wall. I actually want to make up some of my own posters and put them on the wall. But I keep myself surrounded with that motivational material that helps me see the bright side. If you could see my computer desktop, you'd see on my Mac, I have my Mac pointed to my Mac screen drop pointed to a folder of motivational images. And whenever I find a motivational image on the internet that really speaks to my kind of kick-ass attitude and drive, is I right-click and I save that in that folder. And every hour I have another image on my Mac or on my laptop here that comes up, and I might glance at it, I might not see it, but just keeping myself surrounded by that motivational material, motivational posters, motivational people. I've got a very tight-knit group of people that I communicate with on a regular basis that are kind of in aggressive kick-ass mode like me, and we support each other and we keep each other accountable. Those are things that help me overpower the fear which is always there. And every morning I wake up and there is a little bit of fear, I'm not going to lie. But as soon as as soon as I see a screen backdrop, or as soon as I think about what I have to get accomplished, or as soon as I think about what's on the other side of what I have to get accomplished, I put a smile on my face, stretch a little bit, crack a couple of bones here and there, get my morning water, my morning coffee, and get after it. And there are some days when I don't achieve the success I want, and I fail and I crash and burn, and that's okay. Still, I can wake up every single day and get motivated by the people around me and by the possibility of success, and it drowns out the bad in the world. So I'm kind of curious what you think about this. As always, by the way, on the podcast or on the video, you can text me questions at 405-251-2022, or just text SDN to that, either one. But text me questions so I can answer them for you on a future podcast or video. If you haven't had a chance yet, by the way, go back and listen to some of the previous podcasts if you're listening to this on iTunes, or go back to YouTube or the website stopdoingnothing.com and watch some of the previous videos and give me your feedback of what you'd like to see in the future based on that. Who do you want me to interview? What books do you want me to talk about? Where are you really struggling in your life or your business that I can kind of give you a good kick in the ass and help you make some progress? Okay? As always, follow me all over social media also. Where? Primarily on YouTube, on Facebook, and on Instagram. And of course on Twitter. Also YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Follow, like, tweet, share, reshare, re-Facebook, re-gram, do all those magical things that we are supposed to do to help promote each other. And give me a shout out, let me know you listen. That's the only way I know you listen also. Until next video, you take care. I love every single one of you. This has been Patrick Allman from StopDoingNothing.com.